Welcome to the tutorial on Explain Everything. Explain Everything is a really nice app that allows you to record your voice, add text, import pictures, and you can use a lot of the tools inside of Explain Everything to have students explain their thought process or to explain a project that they worked on, or maybe to even show you a specific skill that they were working on in class to really show you that they have truly mastered that skill. So from the home page, if you select the home button once, it will take you to the search screen, and if you just start typing in, I'll show you, Explain Everything shows up, and if you want to do EX, then we have fewer apps that appear, but it will be the first one, Explain Everything. This is your home page. This is where you can view previously edited projects that students were working on. If you wanted to start from scratch, in the upper left hand corner there's a button that says plus new project. If you select that, then go ahead and select blank project. That's what we mostly will be working from. You can see I have a blank slate right now. Along the left hand side are all the tools that we can use and Explain Everything, so I'll start by showing us how to use the pencil. If you just tap the pencil once, you can see there's already a line and a color that's chosen for us. But if I press and hold that button, I can have a lot more choice. For example, I could choose a red pen and make it a thick line, so I can start by writing my first name. If I then press and hold the pencil again, I can choose the green, and I can make that line a lot less thick, so I can make it thinner. Touch the white screen once, and now I can start typing or writing my last name. If I wanted to use this tool on the left hand side is just a pointer tool. If you press and hold it, you can see that you can choose different pointers, and that would be if you were recording your screen. The button below it that looks like the arrow, circle, and square, if you press and hold that, that's where you can choose different shapes you can import. So circle, square, star, arrow, or just a straight line. I'm going to start by doing the arrow, and I'll do the color blue. And I'm going to touch the screen once. I'll touch it twice, and you can see my arrow is now in there. I can move my arrow around, take two fingers, and I could spin the arrow. Two fingers enlarges it. So maybe I was working with the first grade class today, and we wanted to show all the vowels in our names. So then I could do another arrow again, or press and hold, touch the screen, two fingers to rotate, two fingers to make it larger, and you can see that I then pointed out the vowels in my name. The A along the left hand side is where you can add text. So once again, if you press and hold the text, I could do the font size. 36 seems like a really large font, but I'll show you in a minute. It's actually not. You can choose different fonts. The students wanted to explore, maybe we wanted to do the American typewriter, and I just wanted to write this time in light blue. Press the screen once, press the screen twice, and right now it appears that I'm going to be typing over my name, and in fact I am, but I'll show you in a minute that I can actually change where I put this text. So I'm just going to write hello. When I'm done, I can press the green check button, and you can see, minimize my screen. I can then move this word anywhere I wanted to along my screen. If I wanted to erase something, I can press the eraser. Press and hold the eraser. I can choose different eraser sizes. Now, the tough thing about the eraser is, it will, as you can see, it's only going to erase the last thing that I did. So if I did the pencil and wrote this line and I touched the eraser, you can see it erased that line, but then I can't go back and erase my name, which I did a while ago. If I did want to go ahead and get rid of my name, I can touch the eraser one more time, and now you can see there is a X. If I touch it a third time, that X now becomes blue. And if I touch my name, you can see I can delete previous things that I already did. So I really recommend, though, if students make a mistake, that they go back and erase or use the delete, the X button, to delete right away rather than after. If they realize they didn't want to get rid of something and they did it by accident, there is an undo button, the back button. So if I press that, you can see my name, squiggly line, appears once again. If I wanted to add a second page, the plus new button, you can see I'm on my second page, and I have a few choices. I can click back to go back to page 1. Click to the right to go to page 2. Or up here is my slide sorter. If I click on that, you can see I can choose between the multiple pages. So if I wanted to get rid of one of the pages, just press and hold. And you can see that the X appears, and if I touch the X, it will then delete my second page. But I'm going to add a second page, and if you see that I can press and hold the picture button, it has a bunch of photos in it. If I press and hold that, these are where I can import pictures from. So what we're mostly going to be doing is from photo roll or from camera. If we wanted to take a picture, we would say from camera. If not, we would choose photo roll, and we would have all of our options in our photo roll. So let's say I wanted to do this fish. If I wanted to crop only a certain portion of that fish, that would be the only portion that would come in. I also like this feature, the free select. I'll click cancel and select that one more time. Let's say you only wanted a small section and you wanted to actually trace it. So I'll select free select, and then what you highlight or circle around will be the only portion that will actually appear in your explain everything. So if I click done, you can see that's the only portion that's going to then go in. So I can press done, and you can see that that's the picture that will go in. I could change the size of it. So maybe we wanted to do a beginning, middle, and end of a story. So then I could take my pencil and I could start writing beginning, middle, and end. I could even type those words if I wanted to find other pictures for it. Maybe I wanted to choose another picture. This time I'm going to just use the whole thing, so I'll press done. But now it's the whole screen, so if you just take your fingers and pinch it, maybe that's the beginning part of the story and the end. So the really nice feature of this is if you see the record button on the bottom, you see the time that's starting to go. I now know that this is recording my voice. So when I'm done recording my voice, I can hit the record button. You see the time that's starting to go. I now know that this is recording my voice. So when I'm done recording my voice, so this is where the students can then record over what they had previously done and explain everything. Maybe they were explaining a math problem to you, or maybe they were pointing out the beginning, middle, and end of a story. The last things I'm going to show you are these buttons along the bottom. The button here is where you can export. So if you didn't have any video in here and you just had a picture, you could export this project to your photo roll. You can email it. Those would be the two probably features we would use there. The video button is where we could export this whole project to either photo roll, or we could actually upload the projects to the teacher YouTube account. The folder button is where you could save the project. So I can just type trial, save. And then the last button is the button that we really need to make sure students understand how to use, is the home button. Let's say that I had another student open up this project that I was working on and I don't want them to edit it. They would have to click the home button. And as you can see, it would take us home. So they could either start a new project or work on a project that they were previously working on. Just to load it again, you click on it, and as you can see, here's my project. As always, if you have any questions about this app, please feel free to email me, call me, or visit me, and I'd be happy to sit down with you.